In today's ASMR one card pull, I've pulled a card from the Somnia Oracle. So let's see what we have today. We have the initiation. Is that what it is? Yeah. So let me find that book. So I have found initiation on page 38. Keywords: covenant, rights, oaths, allegiance, emergence, and metamorphosis. This card reminds me a lot of Phantom of the Opera. Maybe it's because of the stage. It says, beneath the flickering light of a chandelier, an esoteric ceremony begins. Upon a dark stage, a figure is summoned into the world of dreams and nightmares. A cloaked spirit looms on the edge of the shadows, casting a focused beam of light onto the figure. A crimson curtain is parted to reveal a collection of unseen spirits who have gathered to watch the ritual unfold. The blinding light begins to sear the back of the summoned figure, who averts his gaze from the source. Upon this stage, the figure slowly rises to embrace an initiation into a new understanding. This card captures the act of willingly entering the depths of the unconscious, where the unknown is both terrifying and illuminating. The figure's emergence signifies a breaking free from his former self, stepping into a more profound state of being. The journey forward is both a personal choice and a collective experience. The initiation speaks to the paradox of growth. Light is often found in the darkness, emerging from the very place we fear to tread. And then it says, commit to personal growth by facing your deepest fears. I like this deck, or his decks, because of their because of his relationship to his dreams and nightmares. Because I also have a lot of issues with nightmares, and so this deck in particular versus the Somnia Tarot. One, I prefer oracles. It's easier for me to work with, and I just like them. But I also like how in his guidebook for the oracle, he seems to have a lot of them actually describe a relationship with the nightmares. So even though I guess he doesn't really say at the bottom, he doesn't talk about dreams per se, but he talks about the depths of the unconscious, and light is often found in the darkness, emerging from the very place we fear to tread. So that was kind of a rambly way of starting. Oh no, he does talk about dreams and nightmares at the beginning. Anyway, today I'd say this card speaks to me in terms of maybe not so much in the keywords, but in the description. And I think especially where it talks about captures the act of willingly entering the depths of the unconscious. I know when I go to sleep at night, I've mentioned this on previous videos, because of my issues with so many nightmares, I ask for intercession, and part of that intercession is also asking, not asking for the nightmares to be taken away, but that there be comfort and guidance as we go through those dreams and nightmares, and that on the other side, if I'm able to look back and look at those dreams and nightmares for the meaning they hold. And so this card to me kind of emphasizes that about sort of going, you know, going into initiating yourself into that darkness, and knowing that you're almost like excavating something out of your mind. And the advice about committing to personal growth by facing your deepest fears, I feel like that's happening in a few different areas of my life, but one of them is also dreams. I used to just write my dreams like in my regular journal if I could remember them. But recently I started an actual dream journal so that they're all sort of together. And it's hard to see them written out on a page, but I do think it's important to face them. I've kind of what's the word? I sort of slid back a little bit this past week or two, where I can remember the dreams, but I won't write them down. But this card kind of reminds me, no, stick to it. You know, I need to follow that advice. So, like, write it down, begin to process those images and feelings, and see what they can give back to you instead of just making you feel bad or scared. Anyway, so that's kind of what jumped out at me today from the card, or helped me. I hope you also got something out of this today, and I hope to see you again soon.